we're gonna finish the upstairs. It is crazy. Oh my gosh, guys, wait, I have a story time. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Why did I do that? No, you want to get up so that, okay. Good morning. Oh, I'm excited to spend the day with you because obviously, as you can probably tell, Jordy's on the road. I'm home alone. The days I'm home alone, I'm like, I just want to hang out and talk all day, especially right now. So thank you for being here. I have some exciting things up my sleeve, but most importantly, can I show y'all something new I've been doing? Bedside Brazil nuts. I've been trying so hard to eat something before I drink my coffee for the day, and I'm never hungry before I drink my coffee. But I've been learning about like hormones and anxiety and all of the things, and I'm like, okay, I really need to eat something before I drink my coffee. And so I figured this is something I can keep on my bedside table. And it has healthy fats, lots of calories, and apparently pretty much all the selenium you need in a day. So this is day 3 of having bedside Brazil nuts before my coffee. And we'll see how it affects me. I picked back up this book. I started it a long time ago and I never finished it, so I'm just starting it over from scratch. I started it yesterday, so I'm only on day 2. I'm gonna do just like 10-15 minutes of red light, and then I'll check in with you guys when we get ready for the day. I want to wear this sailboat sweater vest that my 2 besties out here got me for my birthday. I just don't know how to style it, so we'll figure that out later. I just have it on with pajama pants right now. But I have thoughts. I have some get ready with me thoughts. I also got this in the mail yesterday. Beekman sent it over. I guess it's probably new. SPF 50 invisible gel. I'm always nervous to try things that like go on the base of my skin new, because I feel like my skin is actually behaving right now. And I don't want to make her mad when she's being so nice to me. But I really do want to see how this lays. So we're going to try. Okay, I got one squirt. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, this is literally a dupe for the Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. It literally feels identical. I've been thinking a lot about gratitude lately, and I know that that's like a very common topic of conversation, like definitely nothing revolutionary about it, but it is something that I've been calling myself out here. I have always been bad at gratitude my whole life. I don't know if it's an Enneagram 3 thing that we're always just thinking about the next thing or what, but I do feel like it kind of robs me of my life by always wondering, what can I do better? What should I do next? What should I be building? What should I be doing? I've gotten immensely better at it over the years. I'm way less obsessive about, you know, achieving and things like that. I could be so much better at just appreciating where I am. I know for a fact I will look back on this phase of life and be like, those were the good old days, you know, like young, newlyweds, living in a beach town with awesome friends, very little responsibility, dream jobs, all these things that are so great. And I just want to be better about appreciating those things instead of, I feel like I always am thinking about my plan B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L all the time. Probably comes with having like a more volatile career. But I'm like, okay, if my job shifts in this way, what will I do there? How will I blah, 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 blah? What do I want to do if this goes away completely? All these things that just, I think, kind of foster anxiety inside of me. You hear the term like practicing gratitude, or like, it's always said with the word practice, which implies you can't just like wake up and be like, oh, I'm gonna be grateful. The end, all done, all the work is done. You have to like kind of incorporate practices daily to maintain gratitude, you know, to work on your perspective and to just be present. I think that that's really what I struggle with, is being present. I just wanted to read a little snippet of this because it might be helpful for you too, in case you relate on any of those things. But it says, the power of gratitude is undeniably immense. Without a doubt, the perpetual spirit of thankfulness is the central ingredient and a recipe for a joy-filled life. You're going to draw more joy out of your business, out of your marriage, out of your family life, and out of all other aspects of your existence when you make a commitment to becoming an openly and overtly grateful person. Gratitude is also an effective antidote to the most negative emotions. You cannot experience gratitude and hostility at the same time, you have to make a choice. Which one is it going to be? The more things you appreciate today, the more things you'll notice to be grateful for tomorrow. On the flip side, the less appreciative you are today, the fewer blessings you tend to acknowledge tomorrow. The Greek philosopher Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things he has not, but rejoices for the things he has." I just don't want this really fun decade of my life to be consumed with me always thinking, how can I be better? Anyways, those are my thoughts. If anyone wants to come on that journey with me, something I want to get better at. As y'all probably remember saying, when the kitchenette was finished off, I like kind of stocked it with some of the basic things. I didn't finish getting everything on the list, and then I blinked and so much time has gone by. So I'm like, okay, we need to finish it. I actually just started unboxing, probably the most exciting part for this. I told this story recently in a video, and I'm racking my mind trying to remember which video it was. Maybe it was like a big sister advice video, but about my transition moving home to Austin, and that was like obviously a very hard time for me, and like I wasn't necessarily looking forward to moving into my own apartment and all these sorts of things. But a couple things that I did to really like treat myself and make it feel more of like a special time and to give me something to be excited about is I bought 3 splurges for my new apartment. I bought a really nice quilt for my bed, really nice mirror for my bedroom, and then a really nice set of pots and pans. I still have them. I love them so much. And it was this set from Caraway. I bought these myself with my own money as like my big gift to a less toxic season, so I needed non-toxic cookware. And now I'm getting to work with them on today's video because we're gifting a set to mom. I got her this beautiful green non-stick, non-toxic cookware set. I also will unbox it upstairs, got the food storage set and the cutting boards for her. And since I'm getting to work with them, they gave me a promo code. Perfect timing for Mother's Day. If you wanna like go in with your siblings and get this as a Mother's Day gift for a woman in your life, Michel Janse gets you 10% off. I do recommend getting the whole set because that saves you 20% additionally as opposed to buying them individually. So my mom really cares about things like being non-toxic. Normal, regular, non-stick pots and pans, it only takes 2.5 minutes of them being hot for them to emit toxic fumes into your food that you consume. But theirs are ceramic coated. The non-stick really does hold. I can vouch after using mine for so many years. And it's also great because you don't have to use as much oil or butter. Things just kind of like slip around. So I think she's gonna be pumped about it. She honestly might try to take these back home to Texas, which is great. I mean, sure, she can drive them back and forth whenever she visits to have her whole cookware set up there. But I also got her the food storage set, which we can open up together, but this is the one that I've had for years. It's also the non-toxic ceramic coated glass situation. It comes with this huge one, 2 medium, 2 small, and then a handful of like these little guys as well. Unboxed mom's food storage. I got her this beautiful like creamy white version. Oh yeah, and the cutting boards, we gotta open those too. A couple other things that I need for up here, a trash can. And then I would love to figure out the table situation up here. I've saved a piece of scrapped butcher block from this kitchen build to maybe one day try to DIY something, but I don't know, the more I think about it, I'm like, it's not gonna look so bad. So I have a couple ideas. One, I would love to see if there's anything to thrift, but obviously that's harder. 2, yesterday alone, 2 different creators I follow posted this one table for sale at Target. And it's kind of like a console table, so most people have it by their front door with like a mirror, but it's a beautiful burl wood, but also like, is that too much wood in here? Anyways, it's on sale. I wanna see if it's in stock anywhere nearby to see what that size looks like, because maybe that's an option. It's gonna go here. This is what my parents decided they like the best. Sorry for my mess, we'll get to that in a second. But I don't know if we want a long one like this where they can sit side by side and both watch the TV, or if we want like a square or a circular one here where they can like face each other. I think that it'll just kind of have to be in the fate of whatever we can find, which is great because that means we have a lot more options, like we're a lot more flexible. So anyways, let's get to organizing these cabinets, seeing where things can go, and I'm gonna listen to a little podcast while we do that, and then I'll officially get ready and dressed for the day for us to head out on those couple of errands. So let's go. flowers are popping off early this year. I feel like last year flowers in all of Oceanside popped off in like June. I don't know if it's peak right now, but I wanted to show y'all a little garden update before the backyard gets a little shady midday, and when the sun is no longer touching all the flowers down there, they close up. So before the sun goes away down there, I want to show you a little flower update because right now they're all like open. It is crazy what they look like. Brace yourself. Literally, look. Last year we had just like 6 of these orange, 6 of the yellow, 6 of the purple, but they're all filling in and kind of commingling, and this like light color is new this year. So I don't know if when the purple and the yellow crossbreed, if it creates this like kind of light purple color, but it's just so insanely full. And also last year, I think I said this in a recent vlog, when our retaining wall collapsed, we like rebuilt it and then added some small little propagations of just little bits of these plants over here. They have also been filling in. I can't wait to see next year. I hope all of this is covered because we still have some spots that they haven't filled in yet. And it, you know, maybe they won't around where our irrigation is because we have irrigation all through here to water all the fruit trees. Our apple tree is not looking hot. I need to figure out if that's okay. But I also am like, are these going to start cascading down over this retaining wall? Because how magical would that be? Isn't this insane? You see, they're starting to close up when the shade hits them. But when the sun is on them, they're just all open and beautiful. Okay, I'm ready to go run some errands. By errands, I mean, let's just go buy a trash can and try to find a table somewhere. I kind of feel like we start with thrift, second home goods, third Target, because eventually probably Target is where we're gonna find a trash can, and just go kind of in that order. That makes most sense. But I had to tell y'all, okay, remember when I did the keep versus return Madewell pants with y'all? And I was like, what do I keep? What do I return? Well, these are one that everybody voted return. And I kind of agree because they're a little bit short on me. So I brought them into the store with my other returns and I go to return. I think I returned every single pair of pants. I did. I tried. And they were like, oh, these you can't return. And I was like, oh, can I do like in-store credit? And they were like, no. And I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll take them home. But I couldn't decide what to wear with this because like obviously I have a lot of black pants, but this is navy, and I have a lot of cream pants, but this is white. So neither of those really went. And then I tried to put on this light wash pair that I love. The zipper was broken. But I thought cream, navy, chocolate. These kind of go together. And these are actually just so comfortable. I know that they're short, and then I made them look shorter because I just paired them with these little Paula baby heels. So now they look even shorter. But I'm also kind of wondering, sorry, I smelled propane. I think I'm just imagining it. I'm also kind of wondering if I wear them with heels, if it's just like leaning into it. If I'm like, yeah, I know that these read a little bit short, so I might as well add another couple inches and just be like, they're cropped. Get over it. Anyways, I will never not be baffled at the marine layer. Y'all saw how sunny it was at home. We went a mile, and look, the closer you get to the ocean, it is like so, oh, well, the sun's peeking out a little bit, but the like haze is intense. It's crazy. Sick, these are huge. Here's my hand for scale, $85. There's 2 of them. Clay pottery lamps. I don't need them, but that would be so beautiful. Okay, I don't love the style of this, but the size of it's great, and there's like little additional storage. You could totally put this behind the couch, sit at it, eat dinner, but I don't know. The price is fine. The rustic plus the chrome, I don't think it's the vibe, but we're getting closer. This is also such a cool coffee table. Look at this. These open up, and then there's all these drawers here. $125. You know, my dream of opening a general store. There's this antique general store counter for $650. Oh, it's huge. Like my hand for scale. Ugh, man, this is making me want to pursue that dream, but it just would not be profitable here in California. I'm getting distracted so much, but I feel like Jordy's gonna want this bar cart. He loves anything like rattan or like tiki adjacent, and that's really cool actually. I'm so devastated that somebody already bought this door. I would replace the door at the top of the stairs with this. Look at this, it's vintage. Look at this curving. Ugh, I don't know how much they bought it for because this literally says $0, but I'm so sad. I hate when there's something beautiful with the red sticker on it. Only got one final third to look through, so it's looking like it's not going to be the day to find what we're looking for here, but I don't know. We got a third left. Let's go see. Okay, if they wanted patio dining, I just found this whole set for $65. It's pretty cute, but I think that they want more loungy on the patio and less dining. But I'll keep that in mind, just as an option. I might take a picture for them. There are a lot of really cool old antique frames. That kind of reminds me of the one that we have above our bed. And I'm like, do I try to DIY something out of this for like above the piano? No. I think we need more modern above the piano. I still haven't decided what I want over there. I'm gonna take a picture of the outdoor set and keep that in mind as an option. There's a lot of really cool things in here right now. I'm gonna text my friends and say to come look. Nothing I need, but just a lot of really cool things. So let's go to Home Goods. I guess I haven't tried to find a Home Goods since I've moved here, and I just checked in there. It's not close. It's not close, but we're gonna go anyways. We're gonna take a little bit of a trip. I have a couple hours before. The only thing that is set in stone for timing today is pilates. So we just gotta be back in time for that, and then we can keep hanging out and do any work, whatever, tonight. Oh my gosh, guys, wait, I have a story time. You might have already seen this if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, but okay. So last week, it was about a week ago at this point. No, it was more than a week ago at this point. I was feeling not great already. And I was like kind of nervous about a full girls trip weekend, which by the way, the girls trip was so fun. We were able to stay in this house for just the cost of the cleaning fee, which was $50 a person. Huge house in Ojai that Zac Efron like lived in for 6 months. Stunning, beautiful, best weekend, so much fun. Just like hung by the pool. We ate all the meals at the house. We did like one wine tasting, whatever. That brings me to my next point. I was like a little bit worried about being like gone from the house for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I wanted to make sure that I felt okay. And so I was doing everything I possibly could, precautionary, to make sure that I could like rally and hang and be fun. And I hate being just, you know, a chronic illness girly that I have to think about those things. I'm like, I'm 28. I just want to be fun and like hang with my friends and be able to stay up super late 4 nights in a row and be fine. But unfortunately, that is not how my body works. And so I was doing all these things to try to prepare. And one of them is I was like, it would be really fun for like the wine tastings, whatever, if I found a really good non-alcoholic wine that I could bring. So it's like I could still like participate and have fun, but like I wouldn't drink. And so I was trying to find non-alcoholic red wine that actually tasted good to bring with me so that I could really protect my body and really feel good. I'm pounding in that point because that's the irony of it. That was the whole point of me doing this, was I want to feel good, make sure I don't feel sick this weekend, blah, blah, blah. I'm filming a taste test for this second brand of wine that I've ever tried. And I'm like, oh, it's better than the last one. It's still not very great. I took one sip. And I'm like, I wonder what gives it that kind of flavor. So I start reading through all the ingredients. It's not gluten-free. It's not gluten-free, which is not their fault. I should have read, but also it's just, there's some things that you don't think to check, because in my mind, I'm like, this is probably just mostly grape juice. Maybe, you know, they've added a couple interesting little things. They did add a couple interesting little things, one of them being malt. So I panicked. I'm like, what do I do? Like, is it too late? I don't know. I went to the store and I got activated charcoal. I don't actually know scientifically if that helps when you have celiac disease or not, but I'm like, whatever, gonna take that. I went to get an IV. It's so dramatic. I was already not feeling great, and it was so little, and I did all those things that I didn't feel worse. I didn't feel great. I didn't feel good even, but I didn't feel worse. But I was just like, stupid. Why did I do that? That's the lesson for my celiac girls, is always be better safe than sorry and read every single label of every single thing you eat, because gluten can hide in the most random places. But I just never would have guessed that I would have gotten gluten from juice. Let me find what the brand was. I just ordered it on Amazon so that you know if you're gluten-free. Proxies. I got an Instagram ad from them. Only apparently their red is not gluten-free. This is the one. Oh my gosh. It's not my fault. Literally has listed gluten-free. But then when you Google it, I don't know why, my southern accent came out. When you Google it, it says all of our wines except our Big Red is gluten-free. I need to tell them. I'm going to send them a screenshot. I'm going to DM them and send them a screenshot. Diet type, gluten-free, check. It's not. Oh my gosh, I'm stoked. There is a Home Goods, a Marshalls, a Ross, and a Nordstrom Rack, all in this one center. Let's go check out Home Goods first, and then Who knows? Maybe even Marshall sometimes has some good home things. So we're all here. Honestly, this bistro table feels different. Like this feels like we could leave it outside on the patio and pull it inside whenever guests are there because it's cute. I do love this. The price is great. All 3 pieces. I'm gonna keep that in mind while we continue to look. So many beautiful chairs. I love that. I love this for beachy. I don't need more blue stripe in my home, but that's so pretty. Wow. I love it here so much. It's just so much to look at. It's overstimulating in the best way. Cute side tables too. I want to eat it up. I think this is our winner for a trash can, if you're curious. It's Martha Stewart. There's one that I found that I like that's a little bit cheaper, but it's pretty dented. So I think we're gonna get this one for him. Okay, we got the outdoor bistro table set. I figured this gives us options. They could put it outside, we can move it between inside outside, and it is something that we will definitely use in our yard if down the line we do try to DIY something. So if down the line we DIY something, I don't want to hear anybody saying, but you just bought something. Because that's the plan going into this is versatile. So we can move that wherever depending on the vibes that mom and dad want and like after being in the space for a bit of time. That's great because this feels kind of like non-committal. And we have really wanted a bistro table somewhere, either in our front yard or our lower yard or whatever. So if we end up moving it there, what a win. Yes, my last name is Janse, Janse, and the first name's either under Christiane or Michel. I have another funny story for y'all. I'm just full of story times today. Okay, did you watch the vlog where I went to go see the naturopathic doctor? And the first thing that we're doing is like a full advanced microbiome test. And I was like, it seems crazy to me that you can put a stool test in the mail. Like, doesn't that feel wrong? I'm doing it. I did it because this is the first step. I'm just so curious to know what things are looking like, and it can test for so many different things. And I went to go drop it off, and you put it in this mailing bag that says like, what does it say? Some sort of like basically hazardous material with like a code on it. And I'm like, I know they know what this is. I know they know that I am shipping my poop right now. Like, I know they know that that's happening. He's like, okay, well, thank you. Do you need a receipt? And I was like, nope. He's like, do you need your tracking? I was like, nope. I just wanted to get out of there so fast. So much time has passed that I finally emailed the doctor and I'm like, did you get any sort of confirmation? Because I don't know. I know that you said the test takes like 3 to 4 weeks because they culture all these things and then they let the cultures grow and then they test the cultures by like seeing which things kill them. I don't even know. A lot of science. So she said that the testing itself takes like a few weeks. So I was just being patient and I asked her, I was like, did you get any sort of confirmation? And she's like, no. Did you get any tracking? And I was like, no, because I was just embarrassed. I didn't want to be in there a second longer than I had to be. And she's like, oh, I think it got lost in the mail. You're going to have to do it again. And I'm like, ah. So that delays us another month. And now I get to go do that whole thing all over again and drop it off in person again. So there's my little embarrassing story time for the day. The trolls are going to shit talk me for that one. What do you think, Max? What do you think? Nom nom nom. Sip sip sip. It fits great. It does not take up too much floor space, which is great. Also, I love that they can pull the chair this way to sit and watch TV. Something I don't love is I wish that there was more overhang so that you felt like the table was like more over your lap. I guess you could just scoot in a little bit more, but the legs kind of go out almost as far as the tabletop. So that hinders you a little bit, but there's still so much room for activities. Like it's not cramped in the slightest, which is nice. Like so much space to walk around. I know my mom wants space to be able to do yoga, which is why she specifically did not want an island situation. She wants to have all this floor space to roll out a yoga mat and do stretching and everything like that. So that's why we decided on having something over here. It is kind of nice too to like sit here and you have the mirror, so you feel like it's even more open. You can see behind you. Now we have to figure out the trash can would make the most logical sense to go there, but I just love the way that this looks. We could try to put the trash can under this. We could even try to put the trash can in this little hall, but I feel like here is gonna make the most sense. Let's give it a try. Honestly, is it weird to sideways. I think having it sideways doesn't look weird because of the way it's, you know, more flat against the wall. And also makes sense because you're never going to throw trash away from the other direction. You're going to be in the kitchen and then you're going to just... Is this a fully functioning apartment? Is it done? At least this area is done. And it is a fully functioning living space apartment. Wow. I'm really proud. I need to remake the bed, and then I'm filming actually very soon for Instagram a bathroom refresh up here. Just refreshed. Oh, and then there is one last thing I want to do, and it's try to deep clean the cushions out here because they're pretty bad. Maybe we can actually do that right now. It's just pretty bright out here. Like pretty nasty. So give that a little clean up. That was only 2 cushions. Still a lot more to go. I'm so sweaty from the amount of like manual labor I just put into these, but they are laying in the sun to dry. I did the Bissell, I did a little bit of a Clorox, and then I magic erasered them, which actually worked so well. And now look at them drying in the sun. They might just sun bleach to back to normal. It's such an improvement. Obviously you can see the line of the cushion and that's still pretty bad, but when the cushions are on, such an improvement. Might even do a second round, but just gonna see how these look after they sit in the sun for a while. And with that, I need to leave for my Pilates class in like literally 5 minutes. So I will bring y'all along for a little ending montage. Thanks for spending the day with me. I feel like I was very unhinged today. This is what happens when I'm home alone. Normally Jordy gets all of these unhinged thoughts, but when he's gone and on the road, y'all get my unhinged thoughts. So thank you for tolerating my unhinged thoughts. He knows it's just my poop in this bag. Counting down the days till mom and dad are here. It's gonna be so much fun. And I think she's gonna be really excited about the little new gift that we have set up there for her, which thank you to Caraway for partnering with me on this video. Michel Janse will get you 10% off, but definitely if you are in the market for a gift or for yourself, I would get the bundle because you can save a lot more money that way. And it is a good investment. At least mine are really holding up this many years down the line, so I can vouch for that part of it. So I love you. I will have my link and all the good stuff down below. I'll link everything I could possibly think of. And let's go to Pilates. Let's have a good night together. Sleepy boy.